Okie doke. Okay, so we got my, very advanced GoPro setup. We're gonna head over to the kitchen. Let's see, so today we're gonna transplant these mosses. I found these mosses in Oregon, so they are native species. I'm not sure what they are. But then again, moss is a community, so this could be actually several different mosses, and I wouldn't even know. What I am going to do is I am going to take our kitchen scissors, and I'm going to do this outside so that nobody uses these scissors again without, on anything that shouldn't touch moss. So let's make some moss hunklets. I did not do the milkshake method, or I'm not going to do the milkshake method, because this was the one that was recommended in the modules, but also because I want to just put this on flat ground. I want to put it in those raised beds over there. So I'm just going to slice these up. The rest of these chunks are pretty manageable. Pretty decent sized hunks. Just gotta split this up. Once again, I found these at an apple orchard, actually near Eugene. I was just visiting there and picking up some apples, and figured, hey, maybe I will pick up some moss because it's a pest to them, but not to me. So now our moss is split up. We have our hose over here. I think I would like some more life in this region over there. So what I'm going to do is just turn on our hose. I'm going to get the region a little bit wet before I put things in there, because you want a moist patch. Might wait a couple minutes before putting these in after. This way, I think it would be very nice to have some nice moss to stand on. Most people grow lawns because they're kind of a staple in America, that like you are successful if you have a lawn. But I think it's just as good to grow some moss. I think moss is really pretty. I'm really gonna press it in there. Hope I don't damage the moss, but I remember said you want as much surface area to be in contact with the ground as possible. I'm gonna take off a little bit of dirt from that one. And this way, the moss has the greatest chance of adhering here. And I remember the module said moss does not have roots. Oh, this one might not work out so well. Moss does not have roots, so it can't penetrate the soil. And that's why that greater surface area connection is so necessary. Just pressing that down. I really hope this grows. This area gets definitely heavy rainfall. It gets pretty limited wind because it's between the house and this fence. So the wind, it has this nice wind block. So I have a feeling that the moss will do well here. That's actually why I didn't plant it in the front yard. In the winter, I found Corvallis gets some pretty nasty winds. Also, it's very shady back here, and moss is a big fan of that. As you can see, there's already some mosses growing back here, especially in this cinder block that I've probably captured in other modules or other media pieces. And I think this is going to do well. I guess I've mentioned this a couple times in my media pieces, but I really like I actually like the weeds that are back here. This soil was really crufty during the summer, and I was thought it, if I wanted to fix it immediately, it would have been like a $60 trip to Home Depot probably for enough soil. Um, but uh, you know, for lack of a better word, the weeds that were here, um, basically just made it much nicer. It's definitely far from perfect, but I think it's nice. Um, or I could grow something here, and hopefully these mosses grow. They're looking pretty good. I mean, they look like they've always been in here, but somebody just trampled them recently. So I'll take a picture probably about every week and see what happens there. And hopefully this makes it into my field guide.